Hello dear student, myself Mr. Ashish Uddhav Shinde, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi Arts, Commerce and Science College Savli. Today I am going to explain the another topic of this BIS course in physics, that name is elasticity. In the introduction of elasticity, before the discussion over the elasticity, if some external deforming force is applied to a body, it has two effects on it, namely deformation of the body and internal resistance. सो इलास्टिसिटी पढ़ने से पहले अगर हम मटेरियल के प्रॉपर्टी के ऊपर थोड़ा सा डिस्कशन करते हैं तो हमें ये दिखने को मिलता है कि अगर कुछ अमाउंट ऑफ फोर्स, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स हम बॉडी के ऊपर या फिर बॉडी के सरफेस के ऊपर अप्लाइड करते हैं तो बॉडी में चेंजेस आ सकते हैं. तो बॉडी में क्या क्या चेंजेस आएंगे? द बॉडी हैज़ बीन चेंज इट्स डायमेंशन, दैट मीन्स शेप एंड साइज, दैट मीन्स द डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द बॉडी एंड the internal resistance. That means what? Whenever a single force or a system of forces acts on a body, it undergoes some deformation, and at that time the molecules offer some resistance to deformation. When the external force is removed, the force of the resistance also vanish, and due to this the body regain its ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन और शेप एंड साइज. मतलब कि ये कि जब भी कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स किसी बॉडी के ऊपर हम अप्लाई करेंगे तो उस बॉडी में डिफॉर्मेशन होगा, यानी कि उसके साइज और शेप में चेंजेस आएगा. उसी टाइम मॉलिक्यूल्स उस चेंजेस को रेजिस्टेंस भी करेंगे. इसमें क्या होता है कि अगर बॉडी की या फिर मटेरियल की प्रॉपर्टीज़ परफेक्टली इलास्टिक होती है तो मटेरियल विद इन इलास्टिक लिमिट या फिर अंडर द सर्टन लिमिट अपने ओरिजिनल पोजीशन में वापस आ जाएगा जब हम उसके ऊपर का जो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स है वो उसको रिमूव कर देंगे. एंड हेंस देयर आर टू इफेक्ट ऑन दैट मटेरियल और बॉडीज, दैट इज डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ बॉडी एंड इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. नाउ simply define the definition of elasticity. The property of material of regain its dimension or the property of the material of returning back to their original position is called the elasticity. Okay, simply said that अगर किसी बॉडी के मटेरियल में इस तरह की प्रॉपर्टी हो कि एक्सटर्नल फोर्स की वजह से उसका शेप एंड साइज कुछ लिमिट के लिए, दैट मीन्स इलास्टिक लिमिट तक चेंज होगा, और फोर्स रिमूव करने के बाद वो बॉडी ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन में यानी कि ओरिजिनल साइज एंड शेप में वापस आ जाएगी. ऐसे प्रॉपर्टी को हम कहेंगे इलास्टिसिटी. नाउ दैट इलास्टिसिटी अंडर अ सर्टन लिमिट, बट इलास्टिसिटी की एक लिमिट होती है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हम रबर को कंसिडर करेंगे. इफ व्हेन वी कंसिडर अ रबर नॉर्मल इन शेप एंड साइज, whenever there is no external force is acted on this rubber board, but the rubber is enlarged by applying the external force, then it's become thin and its size becomes large as compared to original size, but it becomes elongated a certain limit, and whenever removal the external force that apply on this rubber, the rubber can be regain its original shape and size. ओके जब भी हम एक रबर को लेते हैं या फिर रबर बॉडी को लेते हैं तो रबर बॉडी जो होती है वो उसके एक लिमिट तक इलोंगेट होगी और वो थीन होते जाएगी। जैसे ही उसको हम उसके ऊपर का फोर्स को अगर हम रिमूव कर देते हैं तो वो वापस अपने ओरिजिनल पोजीशन में आ जाएगी। बट ये कब तक पॉसिबल है? जब तक ये डिफॉर्मेशन और रिगेन इट्स शेप एंड साइज हम एक सर्टन लिमिट तक करते हैं। अगर लिमिट के अक्रॉस हम इसको फोर्स लगाएंगे, ज़्यादा फोर्स लगाएंगे तो ये ब्रेक होगा, ये ब्रेक हो जाएगा। मतलब हमको इस पूरे बॉडी के कुछ पीसेस के फॉर्म में इसको हमें मिलेगा। यानी कि इलास्टिसिटी प्रॉपर्टी ये तभी काम करती है जब मटेरियल एक अंडर सर्टन लिमिट तक यानी कि इलोंगेटेड होगा या फिर उसके शेप एंड साइज में चेंजेस होगी और वो फोर्स रिमूव करने के बाद वापस फिर से अपने ओरिजिनल पोजीशन में आ जाएगा। ओके, सो इलास्टिक लिमिट इज व्हाट? इलास्टिक लिमिट इज द डिफॉर्मेशन is possible only within a certain limit. That limit is called as what? Elastic limit. Now the bodies are considered in between two ways. One is the body is perfectly elastic body, or another that is perfectly inelastic body. Those body which will be returns back completely to its original shape and size, that bodies is called as perfectly elastic bodies. That body is called as perfectly elastic bodies. And those bodies which do not regains its shape and size partially after the removal of the deforming forces, such a bodies is called as perfectly inelastic body. Perfectly inelastic bodies. Okay, so what is the perfectly inelastic body? If body remain in the deformed state and not even partially regains its original shape after the removal of the deforming forces, यानी कि डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स को रिमूव करने के बाद भी जो बॉडीज अपने ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन में वापस नहीं आती उसको कहते हैं परफेक्टली इनइलास्टिक बॉडीज। ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं, अगर हमने यहाँ पर एक लोहे का रॉड कंसिडर किया, इसको हम एक्सटर्नल फोर्स देकर इसका इलोंगेशन किया। सपोज ये यहाँ तक इलोंगेटेड हो गया, ये उसकी हो गई ओरिजिनल लेंथ और ये हो गई इसकी एक्सटेंडेड लेंथ। सो जो रॉड है वो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स अप्लाई करने की वजह से ओरिजिनल लेंथ से एक नए लेंथ में आ गया, यानी कि इलोंगेटेड हो गया। अब हमने अगर फोर्स को रिमूव भी कर दिया तो भी इस बॉडी की प्रॉपर्टी ऐसी है कि ये अपने आप ओरिजिनल पोजीशन पे वापस नहीं जा सकता। ओके, सो आयरन का रॉड जो है वो अपने आप इलोंगेशन होने के बाद, फोर्स रिमूव करने के बाद भी क्या नहीं कर सकता? ओरिजिनल शेप एंड साइज में नहीं जा सकता। सो इस तरह की बॉडी को हम कहेंगे परफेक्टली इनइलास्टिक बॉडी। ओके, नाउ over the discussion elasticity, elastic limit and the nature of the bodies, there are some terms to calculate the modulus of elasticity. For the calculation of modulus of elasticity, the term that trace and strain is very much important. So what is the trace? So when we started from the deforming forces, that means force is applied externally, and due to that force some changes is formed in that body, and hence such a force we consider as a trace. So what is the trace? Trace is trace is the internal restoring force per unit area of cross section of the deformation body is called trace. ओके, जो भी हम फोर्स लगाएंगे उस बॉडी के सरफेस एरिया को, उसका रेशो यानी कि फोर्स पर यूनिट सरफेस एरिया जो भी होगा क्रॉस सेक्शन of the deformation body is called as what? Stress. Okay, and what is the strain? That strain is the change occurred, the change is occurred in the unit size of the body is called as strain. The change is occurred in the unit size of the body is called as strain. मतलब कि ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन के कंपैरिजन में नया जो चेंज आएगा वो दोनों क्वांटिटी का जो रेशो होगा उसको कहेंगे हम स्ट्रेन. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द हुक्स लॉ, that Hooke's law is very much useful for calculation of modulus of elasticity. So what is the statement of Hooke's law? Hooke's law, that means according to the Hooke's law, for small deformation in body, the trace in a body is proportional to corresponding strain. That means what? The stress is directly proportional to strain. Okay, hence but Hooke's law is applied only within the elastic limit. Okay, this picture is showed when the elastic limit is between 0 elastic limit in between 0 to A. Okay, the trace is also small and strain is also small. Okay, and hence stress is directly proportional to strain. In that condition, strain is directly proportional to strain. That means stress and strain are no longer proportional. Why? Because of whenever across the elastic limit or That point is called as a yield point. Across that yield point, the deformation is partially or is permanently, and hence across the yield point the body do not regains its original dimension, that means its original shape and size, and hence up to this portion the Hooke's law is only holds good. So within the elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain. Okay, this proportionality constant is called as a modulus constant. Okay, and there are three type of modulus of constant. There are three type of modulus of constant. That modulus of constant, it depend on the type of stress and type of strain. So there are three type of stress. There are three type of stress: tensile, or it is called also longitudinal. Second, bulk, or it is also called as volume stress, and another one is that shearing. Okay, similarly there are three types of strain: tensile strain, or it is also called as the longitudinal strain; bulk strain, or it is also called as a volume strain; and another one is shearing strain. Okay, so that stresses are also classified in two ways. If the applied forces are perpendicular to the surface, if the applied force is perpendicular to the surface area, on the basis of this phenomena there are two stress: tensile stress and bulk stress. Okay, and another one is that if the applied force is parallel to the surface area, that stress is called as shearing stress. Okay, so now here this picture shows is when the external force is applied on this body. So this is its original length of this body. If the force is applied on both sides, then this body will be elongated. Okay, due to the elongations there is change in its length. Okay, so L naught its original length, and delta L, that is the change in length. Okay, and L, that is elongation. So now is what? Tensile stress is what? Stress is a simply said that applied force per unit cross section area. Okay, and tensile strain is what? The change in टेंसाइल यानी कि लॉन्गिट्यूडनल, द चेंज इन length divided by its original length. Okay, so on the basis of tensile stress and tensile strain, according to the Hooke's law, the Young's modulus is defined as it is the ratio of tensile stress and tensile strain. Tensile stress and tensile strain. So, Young's modulus is defined as tensile stress by tensile strain. Now, the equation is what? Young's modulus is equal to stress, that is force upon area, and tensile strain, that is change in length divided by its original length. Okay, strain simply said that change in dimension divided by its original dimension. So after solving this equation, we get y is equal to f into L divided by A into delta L. Okay, so this is a Young's modulus. Now the another modulus of constant is bulk modulus. Bulk modulus, it is the ratio of bulk stress upon bulk strain. Okay, similarly Young's modulus. So bulk stress is what? Here consider this is the original dimension of this cubical body. Okay, when the force is applied on this body from all sides, then this cubical body will be compressed. Okay, due to compression, this volume, original volume, will be changed. Okay, and hence its change in volume, it shows that there is a strain. That strain is volume strain, or it is simply called as a bulk strain. Okay, so what is the bulk stress? The bulk stress is applied force per unit area, but this stress is in the form of pressure. Okay, and hence the pressure is equal to F by A. It is also written as the bulk stress, that is the change in pressure because of the body will be compressed. Okay, and bulk strain is what? That change in volume divided by its original volume, and therefore bulk modulus is equal to the change in pressure divided by change in volume by V, that means change in, that is bulk strain. Okay, this is the equation of bulk modulus of elasticity. Now this bulk modulus of elasticity having equation beta, or it is simply as B is equal to minus delta P divided by delta V by V. Okay, or V naught, that is original volume. When the force is applied from all sides on the surface of the body, the original volume will be changed due to the compression, and hence the negative sign implies that when the pressure is increases, the volume will be decreases, and hence vice versa. And due to this, there is another term is compressibility. The compressibility is defined as it is the reciprocal of bulk modulus. It is the reciprocal of bulk modulus, and hence the reciprocal of bulk modulus of the material of a body is called as compressibility of that material. Now the last modulus of elasticity is modulus of rigidity. Modulus of rigidity. Okay, this modulus of rigidity, it is the ratio of shearing stress by shearing strain. So when the body is acted upon by an external tangential force, okay, this is the base of this body, okay, and that force will be tangentially act on this body, okay, tangentially act on this body. So when the body is acted upon by an external force tangential to a surface of the body, the opposite surface being kept fixed, it suffers a change in shape, but its volume remain constant. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है देखो, shearing stress और shearing strain हमने देखा है. shearing stress means what? Tangential force acting per unit area of the surface is called as shearing stress, okay, and shearing strain is what? The ratio of the displacement of layer in direction of the tangential force. What I am said, the ratio of the displacement, okay, so this is a displacement from its original position. So the ratio of the displacement of layer in the direction of force, that is tangential force, and the distance of the layer from the fixed surface, and the distance of the layer from the fixed surface is called as shearing strain, okay, and modulus of rigidity is equal to shearing stress by shearing strain. So suppose shearing stress is A by A, okay, so now he is here, shearing stress is equal to, that is F by A, okay, and the shearing strain is what? Shearing strain is what? The ratio of the displacement of layer in direction of the tangential force, that is B B dash, B dash by the ratio means there is B dash by fixed position. Okay, so A B, that means this equation shows that this is a quantity of tan theta. Okay, there is consider phi, so I am also consider is here phi. So now the modulus of rigidity is equal to A by A, that is a shearing stress, and this quantity due to this displacement is considered as a tan phi, but phi is very small, hence tan phi is considered as only a phi, and hence that eta is equal to A by A divided by phi. Okay, or we also consider is here theta, जैसा आपको लगे आप फाई भी कंसिडर कर सकते हैं या फिर थीटा भी कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। एंड फाइनली हमें इक्वेशन मिल जाएगा, फाइनली हमें इक्वेशन मिलेगा मॉडुलस ऑफ रिजिडिटी इज इक्वल टू फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया इनटू phi. Okay, this is a simple equation of modulus of rigidity, and modulus of rigidity is defined as it is the ratio of shearing stress by shearing strain. Okay, so in this lecture we are studies from the properties of elasticity, definition of elasticity, deformation of body and internal resistance, elastic limit, perfectly elastic body, perfectly inelastic body, types of stress and type of strain, Hooke's law, and also the modulus of elasticity. There are three modulus of elasticity: Young's modulus, which is the ratio of tensile strain by tensile strain, bulk modulus, and finally modulus of rigidity. Okay, thank you.